Hello everyone. I'm gonna post this video. I am learning a lot and beginning to understand a lot of things. So I wanted to post this video, and I've been doing things a year and a half with the corporations, with the companies, and all that stuff. And all of that is really, really good. There's several processes that you can try with the corporations. But I'm beginning to understand a little more deeper how these things work. So I'm going to share my screen, see if I can make sure I know. Okay, I'm going to share the screen, see just a little bit. And I'm going to give you a little more understanding of how to do things because I've been doing it. I made some mistakes. But now I'm beginning to takes a while for you to understand these things. And if you're at the point where you understand that everything is prepaid, that you they took the ability for us to pay anything with real money, gold and silver, and everything is fiat money, paper money, monopoly money. They had to make, when they take your ability to pay for anything, they also need to do the remedy. And that goes back to the birth certificate. If you go to my channel, you're going to see a video that explains all that about the birth certificate and the social security number. So watch that video first because that's the basics of all this. And then you can start doing remedies and all that stuff. But you also need to understand this. So watch that video first and then come to this one. And after this one, I am going to tell you what a UCC trust account is. So you can start working on this. It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of paperwork. I wouldn't say a lot of paperwork, but it takes time to understand it and get it. So you want to start as soon as possible to understand this. And let me give you a background. You are a debtor right now. Your status is a debtor, even though you are a creditor because you credit everything because you're the only one that has money because all the corporations are bankrupt. The United States is a corporation and they're bankrupt, and they put you as collateral when you were born. You know, when every baby is born, that's the collateral, and that's why they established the birth certificate, and they create a trust there. So there's no money to pay for anything. So you're actually creating credits. You creating debt. The debt is credits that comes out of your trust. So every time I buy a house, a car, whatever, you do a promissory note, and the banks take it and make millions and millions of money behind the scenes with that promissory note that you signed. So there's a trust, so there's debits there, credits, and all that. It's a balance sheet, like a ledger, right? So, but right now your status, if you haven't done the status corrections, there's two types of status corrections. If you haven't done anything at all, you are a debtor. And in the eyes of the corporations, in the eyes of the IRS and the Treasury and everywhere else, you are a debtor. But you, in reality, we know that you are the creditor because you're the only one that has the money. You are the creditor, but you have not established that with these entities. You're alive, right? But they're dead entities, and they just see a dead entity in you, a corporation that is a debtor. Okay. So to be able to understand this system, you have to understand that you have to change your status. Not only if you are, my goal personally is going to the private 100%. It takes a while to understand this and it takes a lot of paperwork, but eventually it is doable, it is possible. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that I made a lot of mistakes in the past. Now I'm beginning to see the light. So even though I'm sending conditional acceptances, equity letters to every credit card, to everything that I have out there, I send paperwork to them every 3 weeks to them. I take my so-called bill and the presentment, the coupon, and I endorse it properly and I send it to them. They send me emails, letters, not letters. I have not received anything by mail. Everything's email because they hide behind the emails. Okay, email here and email there. And they should write you a letter, but they don't because they want to hide because they're in fraud, right? So they hide, behind the email, fear mongering, telling you that if you don't pay your car, they're going to repossess the car and they're going to send you to the credit bureau and your credit is going to go bad. And they do. They send it to, but with this process that I'm learning. I have not done it yet. Okay. I want to establish that. I'm not teaching on this. I'm just sharing my process that where I haven't done it, but I'm learning. So as I'm learning and eventually get there, I will share with you. Okay. Once I do put everything in place, I will be sharing it with. I'm gonna plan to do Instagram group and all that, but right now I'm sharing what I'm learning because you wanna be ahead of the game, right? So I have not done it. If anybody asks me a question, how do you do it? No, it's not how you do it. It is a learning. And then I am putting some paperwork here and there. I'm putting one letter at a time here and there, writing the letters, everything. As of right now, I'm doing conditional acceptance, equity letters to my creditors, so-called creditors. I'm the creditor, but my status have not changed my status yet. So I'm gonna kind of have this talks with you how you start changing your status. Okay, so here's the letter from Patrick Devine. There's you can go to his just Google and just put in YouTube Patrick Devine and you'll see a lot of videos about him. This is his paper that he researched all this and he died already, but he left a lot of paperwork. So this is the files that I acquire of him. So in order to come to change your status from debtor to creditor, secure party slash creditor, then you have to become what it says right here. It says your article for public eminent domain, okay, nonprofit tariff tax security set-offs, okay. So you want to set off, okay, discharge in the public is called discharge, and in the private side, we all have private and public sides, okay. We have the public side, it'll be a social security, birth certificate, all that. The private side will be your new passport, okay, that you are eventually going to get, and you use your passport for everything. Cancel of the accounts out there, the driver's license, your title of all your cars, all that. It's a long process, but it's doable. And I want to go into the private 100% eventually. That's my goal. Okay, so this article it says tariff setups, notices of discharging IRS tariff tax claims. Okay, so this is a letter that he sent, okay, to the IRS's Technical Analysis and Control Support Division. And here's the ad, IRS UCC Contract Trust Department. That's where you're going to, when you do your UCC Contract Trust, you send it to this address right here, okay? And then he explains is further processed by the IRS east of the Mississippi are also be sent to, so this might have changed right now because this is from 2015, 2017, around there. Discharging claims in the public sector, bank claims, so your mortgages, your cars, all this, okay? So you're going to be able in the future to discharge everything. And if you want, once you establish a UCC contract trust and open an account, you're gonna be able to discharge through that account your debt, okay? And also acquire new things, a house, a car. So that's the goal, to be debt free completely with no, don't own anything to anybody. And at the same time acquire things, okay, through the trust, okay, to the UCC contract trust. So discharging claims, or we're okay, public sector bank, secure, okay, the IRS through the UCC contract trust can be accomplished by secure party with presentment of bonded registered bill of exchange. Okay, so it's a bond. It is UCC. It's called UCC contract trust. Can be accomplished by secure party. You have to become a secure party creditor slash secure party and creditor with your presentments of the bonded registered bill of exchange. You are going to do a bond when you have um, done of the paperwork. You're going to do the bonded registered bill of exchange. You're going to put it up at the treasury. Where? At the treasury. You saw the address over there. Directly to the, okay, to the Secretary of Treasury. This is okay. Directly with the treasury. So the bonded registered bill of exchange, you can make it for how many millions you want. You want it in the millions, of course, because then you're going to have enough money to draw from, right? And you will establish uh, with the Secretary of Treasury. When as assessment tax claim, okay, with the tax claim per the 1913 tariff tax of foreign monetary for profit is made by the IRS or the federal or state taxing agency. The claim can be stamped. Okay, anything that they claim you owe anything, you're gonna stamp it accepted for value by the secure party. You have to change your status right now with your social security and all that stuff because you're not in the private yet. You're not a secure party creditor right now. You are a debtor. Okay, as an Article 4 nonprofit, banker creditor, okay, and send via certified, okay, or register mail to the Secretary of the Treasury once you have your status correction with the Treasury, and then you can discharge thing. And remember, discharge is in the public and set off is in the private. Okay, and then the number, okay, these transaction all become bonded, okay, because you're gonna send a bond over there when they are processed through the Federal Reserve System or to the Department of the Treasury, okay? This action is documented and authorized through the public policy. Okay, what gives you our authority? I mean, what is this all about? It's when they took the gold away for us to pay anything. Because right now we are the Federal Reserve notes, the dollars are a debt instrument. We don't pay anything. We just acquire things with debt. So we buy a pair of shoes with a debt instrument. The Federal Reserve notes are a debt instrument. So we don't have the ability to buy anything. So when they took the gold away, House Resolution 192, Title 4, Section 401 of the Federal Reserve Act, the Supreme Court's confirmation of guaranteed trust of the New York versus, okay, this is a court, Henwood, at the 1939 and Public Law 7310. Okay, that's important. So it's HJR 192, Title 4, Public Law 7310. That's the name of the resolution. Such action is further confirmed in USC Title 12, Title 25, 26, 28, Section 1641, 3, 3002 of the Foreign Sovereign Immunity Act. You want to go investigate all that, read it. The number which becomes the UCC contract trust and the TTNL account. That's where your account are going to be account number from the certified mail green card. Okay, so you will do a non-UCC. Next video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about how you actually become a secure party creditor in the private. There is a way to do it in the public, okay, with the UCC one, but we're talking about in the private will be a non-UCC, okay? That you're gonna mail it to yourself. Okay, so the number which becomes the UCC contract trust and the TTL account number from the certified. So one is the register and the other one is certified mail green card receipt from this form at the post office. Showing the date acknowledgement provides the secure party creditor, okay? The secure party creditor. So the certified mail green card, well, I did my non-UCC and I sent a register mail, and that becomes the account number. Okay, so you become the secure party creditor, and all other bankers parties on evidence that the Secretary of the Treasury has received the document. So you're gonna send it to yourself. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. I already done the UCC, sending it to myself with a register mail. And it says certified mail here, but I need to look that up, because I send it register, but we'll look into that. So evidence of secretary. So and then to yourself, you're gonna do copies. You're gonna make copies before you seal that envelope. That envelope is not gonna be open. That is you're gonna put it in your private vault. Okay, so because you're going in, if you're interested in listening to all this, I think the people that are listening to this and want to do this is because they want to go into the private. Okay. So you're gonna mail it to yourself, put it in a safe place, but you're gonna make copies before you send it to yourself. Because when you send it registered mail, you're registering or certified mail, it says here. So I'm gonna look into that. Wait, he put certified mail green card. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I mail for myself and I also did the green card, which is the 3811. Okay, so there's no, okay. Showing the date acknowledgement provides a secure party. So you change your status and all of these bankers parties, which evidence that the Secretary of the Treasury has received your documents. So after doing all that, you're gonna send it to the Treasury with another form 3811, return receipt, signature. Okay. Once you receive that, you are a secure party creditor. Has received the documents if there is no written dishonor or return after 15 calendar days from the certified mail return receipt date. Okay, see, okay, that's what he's saying. He's saying secure party when you send it to the Treasury, but when you send it to yourself, it's going to be registered mail. I was just thinking that he did it certified mail. Okay. Receipt date of the transaction acknowledgement, not dishonor. Okay, and now stands as pre-approved. So this will stands as pre-approved. The documents become notification forms of the credit for the bank. Okay, it is during the 15-day period that the UCC contract trust account. Here is the non-UCC in the private of the secure party is credited and its equity is pre-approved for acceptance throughout the TTNL account. This credit steps is the accord with the mandated by the Administrative Procedures Act as 5 U.S.C. 706. So you want to read that, okay? All that. Actify, okay. Secure form for you should also use, okay. Once you establish your change your status to secure party creditor, you're going to use these forms. Secure party form you should use, okay, the SF30 modification request. So you're going to use these forms to modify all the contracts that you have in this charge, okay, like the mortgage, the car loan, credit cards, all that. You're going to use these forms to liquidate all these accounts. Liquidates means money, you know, because they have wrote they have they wrote a lot of bonds and there's a lot of money involved. But when you send these forms, like I send asset forms, all these forms to my car loan, but I'm not yet. That's one of the mistakes I made. You have to become first a secure party at the treasury to be able for this to work. So I didn't know. I sent them, and I just, you know, nothing happened because I'm not a secure party creditor yet. That's why I'm kind of going backwards and become a secure party creditor, and then I can be able to use these forms to liquidate any accounts. Liquidation, like I said, means, you know, money. You say in those forms, yeah, you know, I'm liquidating completely. Um, I am modifying this contract for whatever modification you want, and then send me a check and all that. But in reality, they really don't if you're not a secure party creditor. And so you need to establish first that. So I wanted to share that this paper that is important. Next video that I'm going to upload is explaining the actually UCC contract trust procedures that you know, the paper that you need to do. So I'm gonna upload it. That I will call it part one. This will be part one, and then part two, three, and four, whatever parts do I need it to explain and understand these things. As I'm understanding, I'm sorry, explaining as I'm understanding. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna leave it here. Kind of, you know, read through this document. Let me put it there. You can screenshot it and then read through it in little by little. It will make sense a little bit, you know, it takes time. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.